Welcome back to Easy English Conversation. Today we are talk about yourself with confidence. Listen slowly, repeat the useful phrases, and build your English step by step.
That is exactly the moment I fear. I know English words, but when someone looks at me and waits, I forget everything. So how do I stop freezing?
First, we stop trying to say everything. A good self-introduction is not your whole life story. It is a short, friendly answer that helps the other person understand who you are.
So confidence does not mean speaking for a long time?
Exactly. Confidence often sounds simple. Short sentences, a calm voice, and a clear structure. Today our structure is 5 parts: identity, work or study, interests, personality, and one small recent detail.
Can you explain those parts before we practice? I want to know why each one matters.
Of course. Identity means your name and maybe where you are from. Work or study tells people your daily world. Interests show what you enjoy. Personality gives a feeling of who you are. And the small recent detail makes your answer feel alive.
What do you mean by alive? That sounds nice, but a little vague.
Good challenge. A list can sound flat. I am Sarah. I am a student. I like music. A living answer has a small detail. I like music, especially old jazz, and lately I've been learning one song on the piano. Now the listener can ask about jazz or piano.
So the detail gives the other person something to respond to.
Yes. A confident introduction opens a door. It does not close the conversation.
Can we hear a full self-introduction conversation now?
Let's imagine you are at a language exchange cafe. Someone smiles and asks, "Hi, nice to meet you. Tell me a little about yourself." A natural answer could be, "Hi, I'm Mina. I'm from Busan, and I study business at university. In my free time, I enjoy baking and watching travel videos. I'm a little shy at first, but I like small group conversations. Recently, I started a small baking blog."
That sounds friendly and not too formal. But is it too long for everyday conversation?
No, it is about 20 to 30 seconds if you speak slowly. That is a good length for a class, a meetup, or a casual first conversation.
What if I am not a student? What if I have a job or I am between jobs?
Good question. You can adjust the second part. Say, "I work as a sales assistant," or "I work in customer service," or "I'm looking for a new role in design." If you care for family, you can say, "These days, I'm taking care of my family and improving my English." Your real life is enough.
That last sentence feels kind. Sometimes learners think their life is not impressive enough.
Yes, and that is a common pressure. You do not need to sound impressive. You need to sound clear and real.
Can you give one concrete everyday example? Like a normal person meeting a neighbor, not a big interview.
Sure. Imagine you move into a new apartment building. In the elevator, a neighbor says, "Hi, are you new here?" You can say, "Yes, hi, I'm Leo. I just moved here last week. I work in IT support, and I usually work from home. I'm quiet, but I'm friendly. Lately, I've been trying to find a good coffee shop near here."
That is very useful. The coffee shop detail makes it easy for the neighbor to answer.
Exactly. They might say, "Oh, try the cafe on the corner." Then you have a real conversation.
Now I want the exact frames. What sentences can listeners copy?
Let's move to useful frames. Frame 1, identity, I'm or my name is. For example, "I'm Daniel" or "My name is Aisha."
Is myself Daniel correct? I hear some learners say that.
That is a common mistake. In natural English, do not say, "Myself Daniel." Say, "I'm Daniel" or "My name is Daniel." Simple and correct.
Good. What is frame 2?
Frame 2, work or study. I work as a, for a job title, like "I work as a nurse." Use "I work in" for a field, like "I work in finance." For study, say, "I study" or "I'm studying."
Can you explain the difference between work as and work in with examples?
Yes. I work as a teacher gives your role. I work in education gives your field. Role is your job name. Field is the area.
That is clear. What is frame 3?
Frame 3, interests. In my free time, I enjoy, or I'm really into, for A2 learners, I enjoy, is safe and natural. For example, in my free time, I enjoy cooking and walking in the park.
I often say, my hobby is listening music. Is that okay?
Small correction, say, listening to music. We need to. You can say, I enjoy listening to music, or one of my hobbies is listening to music.
Great. What is frame 4?
Frame 4, personality, I'm, plus one or two simple adjectives. I'm calm and patient. I'm curious and creative. I'm a bit quiet at first, but I enjoy friendly conversations.
What if I do not want to describe myself too strongly? Saying, I'm creative feels big.
Then soften it. Say, I think I'm quite creative, or I tend to be organized, or people say I'm easy to talk to. These phrases sound natural and not too strong.
Nice. And the last frame is the recent detail, right?
Yes. Frame 5, recently, I started, lately, I've been, or these days, I'm trying to. For example, recently, I started running in the morning, or these days, I'm trying to speak English more often.
Why do you like this last part so much?
Because it shows movement. You are not just a job title or a student. You are a person doing something, learning something, or enjoying something.
Can we do a word tour now? I want vocabulary choices for each part.
Yes, welcome to the word tour. For identity, useful words include hometown, background, originally, and currently. You can say, I'm originally from Lima, but I currently live in Madrid.
Is currently too formal?
It is a little more formal, but still common. In casual conversation, now is also fine. I live in Madrid now.
What words help with work and study?
Use clear nouns, student, teacher, designer, engineer, assistant, manager, nurse, driver, freelancer. You can also use fields, healthcare, education, business, technology, tourism, customer service.
What about interests? I always repeat, I like.
Try enjoy, love, be into, practice, explore, watch, read, cook, play, build, and learn. For example, I enjoy cooking, I'm into photography, or I'm learning guitar.
Can I'm into be used in polite conversation?
Yes, it is casual and natural. In a job interview, choose I'm interested in a friendly conversation, I'm into, sounds relaxed.
And personality words?
Start with useful, safe words, friendly, calm, curious, organized, patient, creative, practical, outgoing, quiet, thoughtful, reliable. Do not choose too many. One or two are enough.
Can you challenge one vague claim learners might make?
Yes. Many learners say, I am a good person. That is positive, but vague. What does it mean? Instead, say something more specific. I try to be helpful, or I'm patient with people, or I like supporting my team. Specific sounds more natural.
That makes sense. Specific is easier to believe and easier to answer.
Exactly. Now let's build a practice answer. I will guide it step by step, and listeners can speak after each line.
Before we start, should listeners write their own answers or just repeat?
Both. First, repeat to feel the rhythm. Then change the words to match your life. Remember, this is not acting. This is your introduction.
Okay, guide us.
Line 1, hi, I'm, pause and say your name.
For example, hi, I'm Daniel.
Line 2, I work as a, or I study, choose one.
For example, I work as a sales assistant or I study computer science.
Line 3, in my free time, I enjoy, add one or two interests.
For example, in my free time, I enjoy playing football and cooking simple meals.
Line 4. Add one personality word or use a soft phrase like I tend to be.
For example, I'm friendly and quite organized, or I tend to be quiet at first.
Line 5. Recently, I started, or lately, I've been, add one current detail.
For example, recently, I started learning English every morning for 30 minutes.
Now let's put it together in one smooth answer. Listen first. Hi, I'm Daniel. I work as a sales assistant. In my free time, I enjoy playing football and cooking simple meals. I'm friendly and quite organized. Recently, I started learning English every morning for 30 minutes.
That is clear. But can we make it sound more connected, not like five separate sentences?
Yes. Add simple linking words. Hi, I'm Daniel, and I work as a sales assistant. In my free time, I enjoy playing football and cooking simple meals. I'm friendly and quite organized, and recently I started learning English every morning for 30 minutes.
Which version is better for learners?
Start with the separate sentences. They are easier. When you feel comfortable, connect one or two sentences with and. Do not connect everything. Too many long sentences can become confusing.
What about pronunciation and speed? I often rush because I feel nervous.
Use the calm delivery rule, one sentence, one small breath. Say one sentence, pause, breathe, continue. Pauses are not mistakes. Pauses make you sound thoughtful.
Can you model that with pauses in the wording?
Yes. Hi, I'm Daniel. Pause. I work as a sales assistant. Pause. In my free time, I enjoy playing football and cooking simple meals. Pause. I'm friendly and quite organized. Pause. Recently, I started learning English every morning.
That feels much easier. What should listeners do today after this episode?
Here is your actionable step for today. Write your 5-line introduction, then record yourself saying it once. Listen one time only, and improve just one thing, maybe your speed, one word choice, or one pronunciation.
Why only one thing? Why not fix everything?
Because fixing everything feels heavy. One small improvement is realistic, and realistic practice builds confidence.
Can listeners practice with a mirror too?
Yes. A mirror is useful. A real person is even better. You can say it to a classmate, a friend, a tutor, or even a voice message to yourself.
What if I forget my answer in a real conversation?
Return to the map. Name, work or study, interest, personality, recent detail. If you forget one part, skip it. Communication is not a test.
That is comforting. So, I do not need a perfect memorized speech.
Right. Memorize the structure, not every word. Then you can change your answer for different situations.
Can you give quick situation changes?
For a job interview, focus more on work, skills, and personality. I'm organized and I enjoy solving problems. For a language meetup, focus more on interests and why you are learning English. For a new neighbor, keep it friendly and everyday, work, routine, and one local detail.
What is one final mistake to avoid?
Avoid apologizing too much. Do not start with, sorry, my English is very bad. Instead, start with your message, hi, I'm May. I'm learning English, and I'm happy to practice. That sounds open and confident.
I like that. It is honest, but not negative.
Exactly. Your English does not need to be perfect to be welcoming. Your goal is connection.
Can we do one last short practice for listeners before we close?
Yes. Speak with me slowly. Hi, I'm.
I work as, or I study.
In my free time, I enjoy.
I'm, or I tend to be.
Recently, I started, or lately, I've been.
Now say your full answer out loud. Slowly. No rush.
Beautiful. If you spoke even one sentence, that is practice. If you spoke 5 sentences, that is your first confident self-introduction.
And today's action is to write it, record it, and improve one thing.
Yes. Keep the 5-part map close: identity, work or study, interests, personality, and one recent detail.
Give us the final takeaway.
A confident introduction is not a perfect performance, it is a simple, clear invitation to know you.